Hello and welcome to episode B in season 3 of Tools for Collaborators from DuLaBoo. If you haven't listened to episode A, where I introduce basically the entire season, the concepts of the season, please go back and re-listen, or basically listen to episode A. Now, in this episode B, I will explain in detail what DuLaBoo is about, how we define DuLaBoo, and basically what are our values and what we want to do. Okay, again, this is for collaborators, people which work with us on the site, and just to give you some guidelines, how to prepare the information and what we want to achieve here. Okay, so what is DuLaBoo about? It originates from actually dual language books. We started talking about dual language books, and if you can see, we've got a bookshop here from where you can order books which will be delivered from USA or UK from the European market, or USA. They are sponsor affiliates links. We shifted then basically to general information, free resources online. So our motto basically is to learn, improve, and maintain a foreign language. I myself learned a few languages in the past, spent few years in foreign countries like France, England, Germany, United States, UK, and so forth. And I find it fascinating, speaking foreign language, and it is very important because it brings people nearer. So if we can understand each other in the world, I think our problems, our differences are only as half as bad. So anyway, that's my private point about learning languages and different cultures. Why learn, improve, and maintain a language? Well, the first point in learning a language is very difficult to start. It doesn't matter what we do or what you do. The first point to start something is very difficult. You know that, if you remember, driving bicycles, was very difficult at the beginning. A lot of us don't remember that because we learned it when we've been 5, 6, 7 years old, or even earlier. But recent example would be probably if we learn on a new job. It's always harder at the beginning. First 6 months, 9 months is everything new, and we have learn everything from the beginning. Or driving a car at the beginning, it's an absolute nightmare. Indicator, clutch, accelerator, look left, look right, don't do that, watch it. Nowadays we're driving semi-automatic. We know, semi-automatic in the heads. We've got it in the blood. We know how it works, and everything when we start is very difficult. We need to build habits of learning something or executing this procedure every so often. So it's not different in learning a language. When you start, or when I started learning a new language, you need to get yourself in a habit. Grab the book, grab the CD or the MP3 file, or watch the video. Allocate some time, 15 minutes or 45 minutes every day or every second day, and stick to it. Stick to it to learn, to kick on the new language. Once you've got the first 100, 150, 200 words. It depends if you're learning Spanish or French. 100 words, you can start something in the Spanish language. 100 characters in the Chinese language. Wow, it's not a lot. You need to learn far more than this to do something with it. So it depends, on the language you're learning. So once you started and got yourself in the habit, after a few weeks, few months, you see the huge success, if you can stick to it, huge success because you learned something new. You suddenly started recognizing words, sentences, people say something to you, and if you're blessed like I was, that I learn the languages in those countries where it is spoken, you suddenly start understanding people around you and you can communicate with them. It's not only like, a beer and something to eat, or, I'm a man, I'm a male, or chocolate, and something to eat, female probably. You suddenly can communicate. You can state your wishes and tell what you want to do. So that's what is important when we want to start. Learn the language. We want to give the starters a solid start. We want to give them or point them to resources, um, where can they find free information. Because if you're starting learning a language, you really don't know, if you're going to stick to this or not. There are some starters which, starting every year after Christmas in your New Year resolution. We've all been there. We all are there. And you don't want to invest 50, 100 euros or dollars or whatever currency in learning language. You should start with free resources and see if you can build the habit of learning a language. So we're going to help the beginners with that. We're going to point them to resources, to free resources. We're going to help them. We're going to encourage them. We're going to communicate with them. So that's the learning part. Improving part, when someone learned a language, been to a country or prolonged holiday, 2-3 weeks holiday, and they learn something, it's so easy to lose the grab of the language. It's so easy to forget. So everything what we learn, we need to maintain. Yeah, when we relearn something, it comes easier. Yeah, if someone learned bicycle, ride a bike, and then they didn't do it for 10-20 years, it usually comes easier to them, when they on bike in adult life, and they've done it before. And it's the same with languages. If you learn the language in the college, you haven't done anything for 5 or 10 years, and then suddenly you've got a job where the language is requested, or you want to go on holiday, or you retire as well. We will be concentrating on seniors as well. Make the modern technology, accessible to senior people, young people, especially senior people, as easy as possible. Not complicated mumbo jumbo. So that's the maintaining part of the languages. Once learned something, we need to maintain. And again, resources where you probably don't do your verb drills, learning new vocabularies. You read easy articles. You read easy books, or books which interest you. Because if something interests us, we assimilate the information much easier than something what is not interest to us. So in this part, we're going to go away a little bit from the grammar, because as a beginner you learned it already. We're going to go into direction of consolidating the language, keeping it alive. We might point you to a network, or we might create a network where you can talk to people in this language. You can exercise the language. And so the improving and the maintaining part are very similar, and the borders, are very faint. So learning, it's the first step. Of course, you need to hit on the habit, and you could start learning. Improving the language, it could be either in the school or in your business life, where you just say, okay, now I need more of this language for my job. And maintaining is basically when you get a little bit older and say, no, I want to maintain that. I don't want to lose it. You don't need to necessarily get older to maintain a language. You could probably learn something when you've been 14, 16 years old, in your teen times, in a holiday, and then in your 20th you still want to maintain it, and you say, I might improve a little bit, because if you're maintaining something, you're improving as well, and improving, you're maintaining at the same time. So it's not. I don't want to make big science out of it, but there are 3 parts to it: learning, improving, maintaining a foreign language. And we are aware at DuLaBoo about those parts, and we want to strengthen them. Okay, the second point, why DuLaBoo, what is DuLaBoo about, is nowadays we live in a society where we've got less and less time, and there's more and more asked from us. So the idea behind DuLaBoo is, why waste time to look for free resources on internet and see and decide what we're going to learn, the supplier A of the product or the supplier B of the product, what I'm going to buy, where I'm going to find it. We do all the legwork for you. We point you to the resources. We're independent. We don't getting paid for that. And if we get paid for that, we will be stating this in our affiliate disclosure section. So please feel free to go to the section and look in there. And so, like I said, we're independent, we're passionate about that, and should we have some affiliate links through this, it'll be clearly stated in affiliate disclosure section, so you can see for what link we get money or we don't. Still, we will keep it independent. We will keep it, in best of the interest of our user. Now, talking about our user or the people which visit, the visitors of our, we are not an industry, or we will be an industry which is not imposing products on you, and I'm talking now to both the collaborator and the user. We will be listening to our collaborators, we will be listening to our users, and if you like to contact us with new ideas, please go to the contact section, which is there again. Drop us a line, what would you like to see on DuLaBoo, what interests you, what resources you need at the moment, how can we help you. So instead of imposing products on you, say, oh, that's the best since sliced bread, you need to buy it, or you need to inquire, you need to go there, we simply will be listening with both ears to the visitors of our website, to people which comment on our website, and to our collaborators, and based on this we'll be preparing products, information packs, and whatever is necessary. We will be trying to supply everything for free for as long as we can, but since we will be growing and we intend to grow very fast, we might charge for some services, but it's up to you, what you want to choose, what you want to take, and where you want to go. Okay, again, just to summarize the episode B for tools for collaborators, what is DuLaBoo about? It's about learning, improving, maintaining a foreign language of your choice. What's the added value of DuLaBoo? We say, why waste the time to look for internet resources when you can get it firsthand on DuLaBoo? And the third part is, we're listening, we're here, we're growing. Please help us to grow. Please collaborate with us. Please leave the comment on contact page and tell us how we can improve. So we give you actually this, what you want, and not vice versa. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next episode, and have a nice day. Bye bye.